topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation.
I was real into gold jewelry. I'm not even into gold jewelry no more. I like white gold. So, you know, you change, you evolve, or whatever. I ain't knocking nobody on nothing, but I have to spend a little bit more on my makeup now, because what I'm not going to do is just being irritated, because for real, at the end of the day, this is what you're going to get. This face right here. I ain't got to have no makeup at the end of the day.
Fair. That's crazy, because other than deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, like I don't even wear lotion, bro. It's like I gotta
sit here and tell you that hogwash.
What do I put on?
What?
What do I put on that I buy?
What do you put on?
I'm talking about just toothpaste, deodorant. How often do I wear lotion?
You don't, but you are materialistic.
I don't think I'm materialistic.
You are. This man will not buy nothing unless it's what he want, and it has to be the quality, or otherwise he'll just rock what he got.
Is that materialistic, or is that do I have an eye for quality? Because I won't buy it. Like I don't buy names. I ain't out here buying names.
I consider to a degree a person that's materialistic if you can't do something without this. Like if you can't go out or you can't do certain things because you gotta have this particular look or this particular fit, I consider that materialistic.
Okay, well, tell me an instance. Tell the people a situational instance where that was the case with me.
It hadn't been the case when we got together, and that's one of the reasons why we are together.
I'm talking period.
But I'm talking
let me turn it on right now. You're gonna say you don't know.
I know. No. You spent $300 something on a pair of tennis shoes.
No, it was not $300.
How much was it?
It was $200.
But it still was a lot of money for a pair of tennis shoes.
I mean, that's what a high quality or rare sneaker would cost.
Right.
How's that materialistic though?
I mean, okay, but what's your definition of materialistic? Let's go there. What's your definition of materialistic?
When everything you purchase has to be in season, or whatever the hottest designer is, you're wearing it, like, or any whatever the hot new thing is that people who are whomever supposed to have, you want to make sure you go and get it to have it too. I don't do that. I don't think. Look at my glasses. My lenses got chipped teeth bites on them.
Okay. Well, what is it? Maybe I'm saying the wrong word. Let me be corrected. Maybe I'm saying the wrong word. Yeah, but why is it so important to let it be known that maybe you have a sweet car, you ride in a sweet car, or maybe it's for it to be known that you have an expensive shoe, or what's the point in? What do you mean
really let it be known? How do I let it be known?
No, I'm just asking.
How do I let it be known?
Huh?
Well, you said letting it be known. Like, how does that happen? What is that at?
I mean, is there a point of...
Did I have a Benz?
No, I mean, there's a... Okay, so...
Was it a nice one? Yes.
Right, but I'm saying there's something that you
but
get
it's a quality
from
vehicle.
Being in to a degree that you get from having that particular thing. Right?
I was sure there's what I got on, I don't feel no different with a quote unquote name brand outfit on than I would in a $10 Hanes sweatpants and shirt. If it's clean and fresh and crispy, to me that's all that matters. It don't have nothing to do with the name.
Okay, well then maybe
I've worn my homeboys' clothing lines and attire that they created. I'm not out here in Neiman's and breaking and going to Saks and everything got to come from that. I don't do that.
No, you don't. But I do think.
Watch this. Does this all go back to the gift you gave me when you bought me that watch? Because I think a lot of this stems from this.
Let me tell y'all. All right, skirt. Let's get
and
off
speed
that.
it up too, because we had 14 minutes with this video, so I'm gonna have to cut this all up just to shorten this up. But go ahead, shout it.
All right. So,
matter of fact, let me get you some zoom in. My little prop over here ain't working now. Hold on, don't start yet. Hold on, let me zoom in on you. Are you there? I don't even see you.
I'm not there.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, man. I don't know. You might have to come up out of the dark a little bit, but you might not even be in the dark. It might just look that way to us right now. All right, now, so what's the story about me and this watch? Because I think that's what all this stuff stems from. But go ahead, shawty. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna make it quick. All right, so we hadn't been married long. Maybe a year. Maybe not. No, it wasn't even a year. We had just got married.
I ain't know we was married yet. Okay.
Was we married?
I didn't think we were, but go ahead.
All right. I can't remember. All I know is that we had been long.
Was my birthday or Christmas?
I don't remember. It was your birthday.
Hold up. Was it when you bought them Timberland boots that you broke your neck to get with the fur on the top? Materialism? Was that the same time?
Yeah, it's a story behind that too.
So that was after.
It's a story behind that too. If y'all want to hear that.
I'm just saying. So this was. Let's say Christmas or after.
All right. So, anywho, let's get to this. I ain't never bought no man nothing real expensive in my eyes that I consider to be expensive. To me, expensive was anything that was coming outside of my leftover money I had from raising my children and work. Because most of my money went towards my household and my children. I had disciplined myself to do that for years, okay? When me and him got together, I can't remember if it was a birthday or Christmas, but I was so, like, in love, and I still am, and I was at the mall, and this man was selling watches, and I bought him a watch. The watch was a little over $300. It was my first time buying a man into thing because I had been already raised on it, like not really doing that. I mean, and I don't even know if that's good, but I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't that type. Plus, I didn't have the money. So, I'm like, I'm going to do something sweet for this man that I love, and I'm going to get him this watch. I get him the watch, and I bring it home. It's all wrapped up and everything. I'm so excited. And I'm feeling pretty proud of myself because I was like, you know what? I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not do this. And I just felt really good about giving him this $300-something watch. I gave him the watch. We were supposed to go out that night. We were supposed to be going to the club. All right, so the club got scratched. And within the club getting scratched, I could tell as soon as I gave it to him, no excitement, no appreciation for this watch. I could tell, and I was like really, really hurt, and he went on to explain to me how he could, at that moment he didn't tell me exactly why he couldn't wear the watch. He just was like, thank you, and was on some like jokey-ish kind of like, I'm not gonna wear this watch, right? We never had that conversation at that moment for real, why he never wore that watch. It took me years, almost 4 to 5 years before I understood why he could not wear that watch. Because I didn't understand you. I didn't understand that though, because I was raised different. Basically.
Oh, so I told you just didn't understand it.
He told me he couldn't wear the watch because it did the stones that was in it were not real diamonds. And they weren't real stones, okay? So, because I was not brought up on that, and I pretty much come from a different background where I was taught that when somebody give you something, you show appreciation. Even if it's something that you don't want, there is a way of trying to do it. But my husband was very different than he is now. And back then, he said thank you, but it was on some like toss that in the trash. Like, I don't even want that. Like, I don't even know why you spend. You need to get your money back. But he didn't say that. But that's pretty much what he was telling me.
That's how I felt though. And
it was very hurtful to me. Matter of fact, for the longest, I was like, this nigga will never get nothing else from me.
Oh, because now I'm a nigga.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Because, again, I was a different person, too. Because, for me, it was like, do you understand how difficult it's been for me to raise my 4 children by myself? Like, there's times that I didn't even make $300 in a week. Like, it was times that I was making $4.25, working 2 jobs, making $4.25 to raise my kids. And I didn't have $300 to give, not even to myself. Matter of fact, funny story, outside of my gold tooth I had in my mouth, I had never spent over $300 on myself like that. Like, I just didn't have it, you know. It is what it is. So I felt like I was doing something that was like huge. I was putting him on a level that I had never put any man, which was deserving, because he's a great man. But I was definitely upset about that. It wasn't till later, when I did have $300 and more to spend, and that I was able to come out of my own poverty and my own debts and get on my own feet, where I realized and learned him that he's a man about quality. And I was not raised, I would say, so much on quality, because I came from a impoverished home.
Well, it's more about being authentic. I don't want to cut you off, but I'm assuming you got somebody talking out.
Right. Go ahead.
It's more about being authentic. I can't sit there and wear a big watch, big bezel, stones all around it, big old diamonds all around it, that probably, if we're real, you talking 50, 60, I mean, you know, you talking a rapper watch. I can't wear that. The people that I'm with, that I run with, I'd rather have on a straight Walmart plastic Casio watch before I wear a watch that's supposed to be golded and diamond out. Like, that's just not how I do it. Like, I don't get down like that. I can't wear the big old fake diamond CZ earrings. Like, not a knock on nobody who do it. I just don't come from a, I guess, flawed, not flagrant. What's the word? I don't come from a unauthentic place like that. I'm not gonna wear big old diamond earrings. I'm not the dude that wear the watch. You know how dudes wear watches in them, John? I hope none of y'all dudes wearing it. But if y'all do wear it, take what I'm saying and change it. You know how dudes got the watches where that joint just spin all around. Like, the face could be on the inside sometimes. It's on the outside. Like, you almost gotta do that and get your watch to... Bruh, take your watch to a shop, get the links taken out, and get it to properly fit you, so when you latch your watch, it stay where it is. You turning the watch into a bangle. Like, certain things like that, I can't rock with that kind of stuff. I never was that type of dude. I just can't do that. It's either going to be authentic or it's going to be whatever it is.
Right.
Like I said, I'll wear a Kmart, JCPenney, whatever type of shirt before I go buy a fake Versace shirt. Before I go buy a fake anything.
Now let me.
I'm about things being authentic, and to me, that's how it is. And I'd be damned if I'm gonna go out in the street and get my head blown off over a watch that you might have paid $300 for, but you got.
All right, let me say this.
For some material stuff that look like something that it ain't. I don't get down like that. That ain't how I was brought up.
We are definitely different in how we was brought up, because I didn't even consider any of that, because $300 is a lot of money to me.
Yeah,
not now, but then it was a lot of money to me. It's not as much money to me now. It is still money, but I understand the quality of things better now. But back then, that to me was... To me, that was a flaw. It was.
It was a flaw to not wear stuff that's flawed?
No, it was a flaw because I had been grown up to, like, that. To me, all I could see at the time was the unappreciation of it.
I said thank you.
I couldn't see the level of the quality of the item itself, because I didn't come from that, or the authenticity of that item, because I grew up on hand-me-downs, thrift clothes, and I never got a pair of name brand clothes my whole entire life until I bought it.
My knock ain't about thrifting down. I've done all that.
Okay, let me finish though. My mom,
but I'm not gonna wear a ring or jewelry that's supposed to represent or supposed to look a certain way,
right?
To attract attention, and or either supposed to have some type of wealthy,
right?
Or being in a good position. I understand that.
So that's the part that hurt, because I never purchased it for that.
I just don't
I didn't know anything about that kind of stuff. I honestly didn't.
So you thought the diamond watch that I had,
that.
you thought the diamond watch that I had at that time was not a real watch?
First of all, I didn't care about your diamond watch. When I found out that you paid so much for the diamond watch, I felt like you was ridiculous. I did. Because I feel like if you're going to pay $1,000 for a watch, you need to own your house, own your car, do all this stuff. But that's my thoughts. These are my thoughts. This is how I live.
I did.
So, yes, you did. But at the time, I didn't look like that. I didn't think of it like that. Because my thing is, if you're walking around in a neighborhood and you wearing a $1,000 watch, come on, man. You're doing too much. But anyway, that's me. That's me. That's just how I feel.
You got a $1,000 ring. What you saying?
Right, and this is the first ring, a diamond, I've ever had in my life.
And this is your first husband that's authentic. Right. And was able, and I picked your diamond. Like most women probably pick their own rings. And no, I knew I wanted a princess cut. I wanted a platinum basket. I wanted a certain carat diamond. I knew what I wanted before she even got it. Because I know diamonds. I know clarity. I know about facets. I know about that stuff because that stuff is important to me.
Right. And
so
you know
that's
what?
why I was able to transfer that over to you.
I'm gonna be as honest as I can be on this video. I would have loved the ring my husband gave me no matter wherever he had got it from. The only reason
I wish I knew that now, because I passed plenty bubblegum machines, bro.
The only reason it meant something to him is because he understood quality. I still don't understand diamonds. I couldn't tell you what the cut, clarity, or anything of this ring is. Matter of fact, I don't wash my dishes and everything with this ring. I haven't even honestly.
You're supposed to be able to do that because it's real.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you cannot fault a person for what they don't know.
Understood.
And my thing was, I was not trying to play him out by getting him a cheap watch.
I didn't say you was trying to play me. I just knew my woman didn't understand.
I'm gonna say unauthentic watch.
I knew my woman didn't understand, so my job was to put my wife on game and show her what authenticity is.
That was honestly about maybe years and years later.
I'm just saying, but that was my duty to do that.
I really looked at him underneath all of that. I just felt like my husband was like unappreciative, because I couldn't see past that. That's how I was raised. Now I'm coming back to fix it. This is the fix it part. I've been with him now.
We had 26 minutes. I don't know how much time left on this memory card.
I'm gonna fix it. I have been with him now for over 12, 13 years, and I understand that he is a man that pays attention, and it's important to him that certain things that he has a certain quality with it. He's not one that's going to wear anything or deal with anything that's not authentic, including me. Okay? So it took years for me to understand that, because I was raised different. I was raised in a way where my mom and my dad kind of taught me to appreciate things even if I didn't like it. And I'm not saying that that's good, but that was like my makeup. So there was plenty of times I got gifts that I thought was ugly, I didn't want, but I still was like, thank you so very much, because I was raised like that.
I said
but I didn't get the opportunity to, like, I just was raised different. I put it that way. I was raised different. And I saw different. I saw different. Now, this is the other thing. The other thing is that I still feel the same way. But I think that because we didn't really know each other well enough, we hadn't been together long enough, that I should have kept my $300. If I was going to spend $300, it should have been on like maybe a sports watch, or maybe something that was authentic in that way, because I don't even know about this diamonds and stuff. I wasn't thinking about it like that. Honestly, I just was thinking, I'm going to spend this amount of money that I don't have, because I really didn't even have it then. But I felt like I was doing something because I didn't do it for somebody else. But I'm learning. So it was a learning process for me. But it took a lot of years for me to really not be resentful towards him because of that watch. Like, I ain't bought him nothing. Like, I really hadn't.
She's still resentful now.
Ring.
That's why we talking about it.
I bought him a ring. No, I bought him a ring that he got on his finger now, that I did my research, because I made sure that I didn't go through those same things again. But shoot, that was last year. And we've been together for over 10 years before he got that gift from me.
And you learned.
Because I had to find it. But you have to learn too, that you got to learn how to be in a position to understand where people are at. It's not about the authenticity. It's about understanding that I would never ever, if it was my grandma and my grandma gave me something, it could be the ugliest sweater, the ugliest necklace. It could have been a necklace with what is they called? Cubicles on, whatever they call them. What's the stones called? Because I don't know.
Glass.
Glass, right. I would never, ever, ever in my life not wear something that my grandma or somebody I love gave me like that. Because I wouldn't want to hurt that person. Now, his personality, he couldn't help but be who he is. So he didn't have the discipline within himself to really explain it to me in a way that he could soothe me in a way that I wouldn't feel hurt by it. He let me feel hurt.
I explained it to you. I did.
Didn't.
Talking about topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation. Talking about topic of the conversation.